Yes, it looks like an electric stove or cooker, depending on which part of the globe you're from. But how does a OnePlus 10 Pro perform as a phone? Let's find out. There's only one place to start with the OnePlus 10 Pro, and it is of course the design. The OnePlus 10 Pro sports a 6.7 inch full AMOLED Quad HD plus 120Hz display. Effectively, the best in the market. Along with other phones, I'm not saying it's the best outright, but it is along with others as having the best display on the market. The aluminium body, the Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and back with the nice, almost frosted, matte, non-fingerprinted material is perfect. If you're buying a slab phone in 2022, you can't go much worse than the OnePlus 10 Pro. You just can't. It looks and feels great. The weight distribution is perfect as far as balance. The camera bump itself doesn't protrude too much at all. Hopefully you can pick that up there. The camera bump is also ceramic, so more scratch resistant and shatterproof than glass. And yeah, it's a fantastic looking and feeling phone. On the outer body, you have the typical OnePlus slider, which I do enjoy, so vibrate, silent, and ring. You have the power button on the right hand side with the volume rocker on the other side, which again I like. You can clearly do what you want to do on the OnePlus phone, whereas other devices I have used in the past, Pixel, not only do the Pixel have their volume rocker and power button the wrong way situated on the same side, they are on the same side, so you do press the wrong button. So OnePlus, do this right. There's a USB-C port in the bottom, and we'll get to its use case in a second, but design, A+. A+ design from me. Now, battery life, very quickly. The OnePlus 10 Pro I've been using for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm getting a day and a half, sometimes 2 days out of the phone. I certainly don't need to charge this phone every night, but it would struggle to last more than 2 full days. Not that you need it to. Phones nowadays, at the end of the day, the power that they put out, the things that you can do on your phone, I don't care that I have to charge my phone every day if I have to. It's just a bonus that I don't have to charge it every night. But when I do charge it, I plug it in for half an hour and that's it fully charged, because the OnePlus 10 Pro comes in the box an 80-watt Super VOOC charger, I believe they're calling it, taken from Oppo. It's phenomenal, it's great, it's got that lovely OnePlus red cable still, but yes, 80-watt charger in the box. I always charge my phone up via the cable. If you are inclined to charge it wirelessly, you can buy the proprietary 50-watt wireless charger, which will charge your phone in less than 45 minutes from dead to 100%, or just use a normal wireless charger, whatever floats your boat. But the charging capabilities and the battery life that you get from the 5,000 milliamp hour battery, again, I have to say A+. It keeps up with the iPhone 13 Pro, which not many other phones can say they do. Processor, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. A+. Software, Oxygen OS 13, I want to say. Let's have a look. Okay, I've had a look. It's Oxygen 12.1. Oxygen 12.1 software, which again, a lot of people were concerned that we'd be using Oppo's because Oppo has purchased OnePlus, the Color OS, but no, they're sticking with Oxygen. Software itself works great. What you have here is an almost Apple-like layout in their control center. Just like Apple, you can have different things in your control center for quick toggles, which I really like. There's the usual Android 12 underneath with slide down for notifications, group your notifications. There's endless possibilities as far as personalization. You can change the always on display to a portrait of yourself if you like. You can change the icons, the size. You can turn off app labels, which for me, for a really clean look, if you're into that, I like the fact that you can do that. Really annoys me that you can't do it on iOS. Bear in mind, you actually can't do much on iOS, but hey ho. So yeah, software wise, great. Love it, brilliant. Price. The OnePlus 10 Pro comes in two variants here in the UK, not in the US, sorry suckers. But in the UK you can choose to go for the 128 gig, 8 gigabytes of RAM for £799, and that comes in volcanic black. Or in the UK and in other parts of Europe you can get the 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage for £899 in this forest green colour, which I am on the fence with. However, in the UK, if you pre-ordered, you do get free headphones. And I just want to take a second to talk about these headphones. The OnePlus Buds Pro, so not like their cheap headphones, the £129 OnePlus Buds Pro, which I hadn't actually reviewed previously. I may drop a review. In fact, no, I'll tell you now. These are absolutely fantastic. These are cheaper than the AirPods, but sound better. They pair up with any phone, iOS or Android, super easy and well. They're USB-C charging. I've charged them now, I just charged them yesterday, but I used them for a week and a half and the battery just didn't seem to die. So at least 24 hours. I actually want to say there's probably 30 to 36 hours of charge when you include the wireless charging case as well. And just for size, slightly bigger box, slightly thicker, but I like it. Really good, really impressed. I have way too many headphones kicking around, but hey ho. So where was I? Yes, the price. When you consider that this phone absolutely keeps up with the flagships from Samsung and iPhone in most areas, it's a steal. However, when you consider that this phone is slightly more expensive than the Google Pixel 6 Pro, it's preference. Do you want to have a Google phone that is buggy as fuck, excuse my French, fingerprint sensor doesn't work? Or do you want to have the OnePlus phone that has yet to have a bug for me, historically has never had a bug, having had the OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 9 Pro, and the fingerprint sensor is ultrasonic, super fast, the Face ID, again, super fast. What would you rather? And in that little rant slash chat, I've told you about the security sensors as well and the biometrics. There's face unlock, there's fingerprint sensor, there's pin pattern, whatever you want to use. I should also mention that this has an LTPO2 screen, which ties in with the display we talked about earlier. Essentially 1 Hz to 120 Hz dynamic. It will decide if you're scrolling through, it will give you 120 Hz scrolling speeds. If you are statically reading something on the screen, it'll go all the way down to 1 Hz, which in turn impacts on the battery life in a positive way. But again, I've told you the battery life is A+, and that just ties in with that. So far we've got an A+ phone almost all round. So what's wrong with the OnePlus 10 Pro? Let's talk camera. I do want to say straight off the bat, this is not wrong. There is nothing wrong with the cameras that come with the OnePlus 10 Pro. There is just not much that they're doing better than they done with the OnePlus 9 Pro. So I don't have to tell you, you will know already. Last year, Hasselblad and OnePlus teamed up, made a little baby, and now they've got their names all over the phone and box. The cameras are good. They really are good. The camera interface is, again, just in my opinion, like the best on the market. The iPhone camera is not cluttered, just like the OnePlus. No clutter, simple. You can have a portrait, a video, a normal photo, then there's more. You can get some pro options in there, you can do 8K. It's got all the bells and whistles, but not all in your face. So I really like that. Now, you can decide yourself with the images. I think the images look good, really good actually. Who am I to nitpick? I'm certainly no photographer. These images to me look really, really good. However, I can, me personally, notice a slight difference in quality between the iPhone 13 Pro Max. But again, that phone is at least another £200 on top of what you're paying for the OnePlus. Where I think the OnePlus lets itself down is video. Even the 4K rear-facing 48 megapixel camera, quality just doesn't seem great. As soon as you start to zoom in on a video, the sharpness goes right down, it gets a bit soft and blurry. But I mean, again, I'm nitpicking here. This is an outstanding camera considering it's attached to the back of a phone. The 58 megapixel ultra wide is great as well. But the 150 degree super ultra wide option that you have is a bit gimmicky. I'm not a big fan of that fisheye lens, but some people love that look. So there we go. There's a 3x telephoto camera, and this is where I just wish that like Apple and OnePlus and Oppo kind of caught up with Samsung here. They really have cornered the market when it comes to telephoto zoom lenses. Their 10x optical zoom lens is head and shoulders above everybody's. It just is. So yeah, I kind of wish that I would pay an extra £50 for the handset to get the, or even £100 if it came with a 10x optical zoom lens. Hopefully that's something Hasselblad and OnePlus can work with for the future. So cameras, I'm giving it a B plus. Yeah, let's go B plus. But where the OnePlus gets an A plus 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 plus, as I mentioned already within the camera rack, super easy to use. All the photos I just showed you, shock by the way, were taken by my 6-year-old son. Yep. The camera is so easy to use on the OnePlus Pro, my 6-year-old can do it freely. We were out all day, nice farm, close by to where we live, and he took all those photos. So yeah, rewind, look at the photos again and think, okay, that's given an extra perspective on things when you think a 6-year-old could do it. So, in summary, this is an outstanding phone for anybody in the market for a new device. If you have a OnePlus 9 Pro, don't upgrade. It's not worth it. Your OnePlus 9 Pro is still an outstanding phone. If you have the OnePlus 8 Pro and you're looking for something new but you like Oxygen, the software, yeah, go for the OnePlus 10 Pro. If you have any other device that is older than 2 or 3 years and you're looking for a new phone, consider the OnePlus. Thanks very much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel to see more content, or don't. It's okay. Take care.